Hey fellow travelers, Mark here with Wolters World, and today we're here in Klaipeda, Lithuania, talking about 5 things you can't miss out on when you come here in Lithuania. And I'm talking about the foodstuffs when you are here. And I think the first thing we want to talk about is actually zeppeline. And zeppeline is a potato dumpling. It's basically they shave a potato and then cook it up, and then they put a meatball inside of it. It looks like a big old dumpling, and it can be as big as your fist or as big as 2 fists together. And on top of it, they'll put spirguce, which is bacon fat with little bacon bits, and grietine, which is sour cream, which they love here. So that's one thing you have to have when you're here. Now, second thing I recommend you have when you're here, and this is more of a only in the summertime kind of thing, is shalti barshe. And shalti barshe is cold beet soup, okay, or cold borscht, right? And the thing is, as a foreigner, when you see it the first time, you're kind of shocked. Like, Jocelyn calls it Barbie's bathwater, okay? I think of it as a bowl of Pepto-Bismol. And I lived here for 3.5 years, and it took me about a year to feel confident enough to actually try it, but it is fantastic. It's this cold soup, cold beet soup, and with some dill, and they always have some potatoes with it. And the thing is, it's a really cheap meal that'll fill you up really well, so it makes a good lunch when you are here. So have some shalti barshe. But usually when people come here to Lithuania, their favorite thing to have is actually the beer. The beer is really good here, and you're going to have some great beer snacks. But the number one most important beer snack you have is kepta duona su sūriu mayonnaise. So it's fried bread with cheese and mayonnaise. And so they have fantastic brown bread here in Lithuania, and you'll notice there's like a light brown and there's a dark brown. You want to get the lighter brown if you're having this, but you know, whatever restaurant you go to, it's going to be good. But what they do is they chop it up, and it looks like maybe like almost like French fries size, or the long piece of bread size, and they fry it up with garlic, and they melt the cheese and mayonnaise together and pour it over top. Oh, it is so good. It is like the perfect beer snack, and it doesn't matter who you are, you will love it. And it doesn't matter who you are, your breath's going to be pretty garlicky afterwards, but it's so worth it, so you have to have that. Now, another Lithuanian traditional dish you should have is bulvių beline, which are potato pancakes. But instead of just being like a pancake with potatoes, actually you'll put meat inside of it, and that is something that is really good. And yes, you might have the grietine, the sour cream on the side as well on that, but that's a really tasty treat you're going to get. And then of course there is šakotis, the tree cake. So šakotis, if you see in here, see how those little dots are on there, those like points on there? It looks like a tree. You know, maybe you want to wear it as a hat if you can't get it in your plane. I don't know. But what's cool about this is it's like a crispy outside. If you see how it's like a little broken off there, you break off a piece and eat it. This is my kid's favorite food from Lithuania. Like, I'm bringing this back for Liam because he actually specifically asked me to bring him back a tree cake. So šakotis is one of the things you have to have. And you'll see it at the grocery store. You'll see it if you're coming on the ferry terminal. They'll probably place it, sell it there as well. But it's just like little crispness on the outside. And what's cool is when they make it, it's on a spit, and they're like dabbing the batter on it as it goes around to like make it that way. So it is really good. So if you get a chance to grab a šakotis, grab a šakotis. And I hope this helps you know 5 things you really can't miss when you come to Lithuania, because I know a lot of people might just be coming through Klaipeda on a ferry and they only have a day or two, or they might be like just flying through Vilnius and they'll have a little bit of time. These are the things you really have to have when you're here. And I'm sure there are tons of other foods to have when you're here in Lithuania. We actually have a video that's got a long version of tons of food, but these are the 5 you can't miss out on. So have a great time, and I'll say bye from here in Klaipeda.